But here in the Heroic Division, as I said, we've got our two teams. Big push power in the blue, and we've got Team Epic Arcane Lizard on the left-hand side. We are going to be seeing that Kira, Muradin, Thrall, Lucio, and Hanzo. On the side of Team Epic Arcane Lizard, they'll have the Rhaegar, Hogger, Tassadar, Genji, and Diablo. Now, the Tassadar is going to be going into the Shock Ray at level 1. He's going to be building up those Q stacks. So, I have a Twitch prediction going for all of you at home. If you'd like to gamble on, will he finish that level 1 questing talent? Will Static Charge for the Shock Ray be finished out by the end of the game? Get your gambles in, yes or no?
Let the battle begin.
Stream Deck #1 Philips controller. I'm out here just trying to make Corsair products and get sponsored, and Desert Jester just left and right. He's like, nope, screw you, Bahamut. No sponsorship for you. Big spin from Kira. She might be able to live. No, she won't. But there might be a trade onto Galaxy Quest. Yes, there will. Genji for Kira to kick things off here on map #1 in this best of 3 series in our Heroic Division. All in the morning. There you go. You've never seen an opening brawl take place in the Bermuda Triangle? I don't feel like I've seen many either. Another Shock Ray out. Chaotic. Ooh, Chaotic tried to get the Force Wall into Flyus Raven. Brett Michaels with just a little poke onto the butt and another Shock Ray out. We do have Kira back into the top lane up against Delta. We will see the Hogger, the Thrall, different. No, it's not even an Orc. I mean, he's a null. Either way, Thrall will be going into the Rolling Thunder at level 1 for sustainability. Hogger will be going into that on the Prowl as well. Genji, pretty standard talents at level 1. God, I wanted to say heroics for some weird reason. Diablo fishing around. Maybe he might be able to find the angle into Sovereign in the top lane, who is pushing onto Delta quite hard. Fade is showing in the rotation. Sovereign, any grapple hooks available? Let's check really quickly. Grapple hook is available. Doesn't seem like the Kira wants to try and utilize it just yet. Gets the big spin onto Delta as Brett Michaels is now up here as well. Sovereign misses the grapple hook and shall fall. Another kill onto Kira. Well, we do have the bottom lane being pushed in. Flyus Raven still poking onto Chaotic. 0 stacks, by the way, for the Hanzo on his target practice. We can actually check really quickly and see what he's hit so far. He's hit 2 out of 5 heroes, so he's on his way for that 30% range increase. Had this just sitting around thought of you? What's up, Kai? Excuse me. Kaj. Sorry, I read Kai. I don't know why. What does Teal stand for? It is Team Epic Arcane Lizard. It is just the abbreviated name. This Tassadar better not fail you. Well, we'll find out. 30 stacks right now. Got a low Kira just backing away. It's Kai. Oh, I did kind of have it right. Dang it. How you doing today, bud? Oh, Chaotic. Either way, we do have the Diablo Fire stomping out. Does have the Soul to Flame. He gets a little bit of souls built up from that, but it won't keep him alive long enough. The invade onto the camp not working out. Galaxy Quest going to take a full scatter to the face from his brother as Final Stand doesn't push off and actually goes for the push into Delta. That was an attempt onto the Frostwolf, but the doesn't connect, and we still have the nice bounce out from Delta into the safe spot of the lane. Still no first Dragonite for either side. Flyest Raven maybe, though. Actually, yeah, Flyest Raven sneaks it. I thought it was Kai, and then I was like, that's not right. There's a J there. And then I was like, hold on. I feel like I am right. It is Kai. Anyways, good to see you, bud. Kick on to Tassadar. Doesn't connect. Just going to sit there and beam his way through the Dragonite, or at least as best as he can. Still fighting in the top lane. Muradin does take down the Genji with Lucio in mid. And we have a nice talent tier advantage for the time being. Over to the side, a big push power. And as we rotate into those 10 talent tiers, there's going to be a kick onto Chaotic. 40 stacks for the Dragon Knight stood there for a little bit just waiting, like, do I auto? Do I breathe? Alright, so Flyest Raven gets some decent damage into bottom. Little poke onto the Tassadar as well. Over in top lane, Muradin gonna maybe make a play into the Hogger. Doesn't get a very good bounce out. Great Kira evolving sweep, landing that connection, and that will be Delta going down to the damage over time. Over here, actually it was the bleed, but still, the dot still taking place. I want to see really quickly Hanzo, where is he sitting? He's got 2 out of the 5 full stacks. He actually hasn't even hit every hero once, so he doesn't even have the 30% range increase. Over on the top left of our screen, Genji. Galaxy Quest getting the Swift Strike out. Kira pushing in the top lane, getting some damage onto those structures. Looking to actually anchor in this rotation to stop anyone from getting to the top lane to clear that out. And also, this is a bit of an experience denial as well. As you can see, some of those larger experience globes dwindling into the quarter experience size. As we look into bottom lane, this is going to be Siege Giants in said lane. About equal in speed at which they arrive. And we will see our 10 talent tiers. There's going to be that Stormbolt completion for Muradin. 4 out of 6 stacks for the Thrall on his Frostwolf pack. 20 stacks on the Genji. 44 the Tassadar out of 200. Oh, we already had the final strike utilized by the Kira, like, immediately. Muradin's holding, Thrall's holding. Well, I want to see what Muradin and Thrall are getting. Is there some sort of wombo they've built here? Stormbolt. Little Thunderclap. Kira's just still in the top lane pushing things up. We got Siege Giants being cleared out in bottom lane. Next Dragon Knight up in 10 seconds. Hey, we got a Haymaker. Haymaker, and we've got a Sundering from the Thrall, so we could see a level 20 with the Blink backline sort of Sunder. Maybe Haymaker to split people as well. Final Strike, I think, was actually a siege tool right there. It's a very low cooldown. That's going to be a huge shockwave out from the Hogger, cleansed out by the Lucio with the high 5 as the arrow from Hanzo does connect onto a few. Haymaker from Muradin pushing back the enemy as more scatters come out from Sexy Exy, who's looking to continue to build up that level 1 questing talent, getting those Stormbow stacks onto enemies. 3 stacks on each enemy hero, but got to hit everyone once to get the 30% range increase. As we look at Diablo's souls, he's at 74 right now. Going to be able to build up more from the minions and lane, and also some of those fire stomps into the enemies so long as they return through said enemy. Well, I guess, yeah, Final Strike doesn't really cost that much mana. Does damage. Does decent damage in a line, so I guess it was a good way to deal damage to this tower right there. Diablo looking for a flank over here. I think we see a ping. That's going to be the targeting from Diablo as well. 50% onto the Muradin. He did get the high 5 from Lucio. And it's able to back away just fine. Galaxy Quest going to step on the point with Fade. Looking in top lane, though. Delta a little bit low. Sundering is available. Wow. Oh, no! Alrighty, well, I actually thought Hogger was going to get out. I thought the Sundering was just a touch too late, but it works out in the end. Sundering still dealing that damage through the Hogger who was getting the Hog Wild. We have Kira in the top lane. A point-blank arrow onto Diablo's face as he pops the Apocalypse. There's a high 5 from Lucio. Muradin looking to back away. A lot of low members here on the right-hand side, but so is the Muradin. 200-something HP as Thrall lands the root through a couple. Still haven't finished the Frostwolf pack, and the Tassadar Archon will go out and will expire. Genji with the camp on the right-hand side. I always use Final Strike for structure damage. It's not like a wrong move. It's not a bad call. It always throws me off, like, seeing a heroic used to do structural damage. Like, it's like seeing, like, Ring of Frost. If Ring of Frost had, like, a 40-second cooldown, using Ring of Frost to, like, deal damage to, like, a tower or something like that. But even then, like, things like Phoenix from Kael'thas, like, it's a fine siege tool. You throw it, like, right here, you push in with a wave, it zones back the enemy and gets damage, so... yeah, it's just always one of those things. Like it feels like such a fighting heroic that it's like, oh yeah, you can use it for siege. 13 talent tier advantage to the members of Big Push Power. Team Epic Arcane Lizard looking to close that gap. They got a little bit to go here. Flyest Raven does show in the lane. Thrall. Oh, I don't think Delta was gonna have a good bounce after that, so cancels it early. Kira gets a fantastic, I would say, max range revolving sweep. There's the Sundering from the Thrall coming out, and I think there was a shockwave from the Hogger. It was put on a 10-second cooldown, if I'm not mistaken. As the fight breaks out around the Siege Giants over here, that's going to be Genji getting the counter kill. Fade coming in, high five from Lucio, eats the Diablo Shadow Charge push as the Thrall comes down. Still looking to get stacks on that level 4. We do have an available Dragonite from mid, but it will expire as the Diablo gets the counter channel. Here with a great grapple into Chaotic and Brett Michaels. Gets the huge Carnage, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's Carnage? Yeah. Tassadar and friends should be able to delay this. We've got a level 16 advantage coming through fairly soon for the members of Big Push Power. And really, Team Epic Arcane Lizard, they gotta make a play happen here before that talent tier disparity is formed. They're all gonna go push up the bottom lane, make sure that this fork goes down. Also splitting the attention of the enemy to allow Sovereign to maybe get a channel into the Dragonite. Nice little route there from Thrall. 4 out of 6 stacks on the level 4. Muradin maybe looking for a flank into all of this. Does go for the Dwarf Toss over the wall. Doesn't land the Stormbolt. Kira looking for the final strike. The Sundering, little anti-synergistic right there. The Fire Stomp's coming out from Diablo. And Thrall finishes out as level 4. So he's got, I believe it's the cooldown reduction and mana cost as well. Hogger going to push up the top lane. Still pushing up to get that experience for the allied crew as there's still a level and a quarter to go. This will be Tassadar with the bottom lane channel. Hanzo maybe with the Stormbow. He's at 4 out of the 5 stacks, so he might be missing just Hogger here, as I don't think I've seen Sexy Exy around Hogger too much. Genji going for the channel. But I think Muradin, yeah, the final stand actually is the reverse amp, which will have the little AoE. Do you see the lingering alignment as well? Enemy heroes hit by revolving sweep or grappling hook have their armor reduced by 25 for 3 seconds. And that will be the Rhaegar going down, Lucio to be traded. So healer for healer as the Hogger goes down in top lane. That armor reduction playing well into the 1v1 between Kira and him. Alright, Raven gets the channel on the bottom lane. Muradin set up in the bush. We'll see who actually gets inside the Dragonite. Tassadar at 80 stacks currently. I don't think that Fire Stomp is close enough, so either way, Dragonite, I believe this is the second one in the game to Big Push Power, as they will push in with it. 311 damage standard, 621 damage into structures. And you can see right there, it's all the rounding right there, 310.5, but they round up and blah, 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 blah. So, 16 talents here. We'll be here in a second for Team Arcane Lizard, Epic Arcane Lizard, and they will lose their mid lane fort during this Dragonite phase. Well, I say that, and the Dragonite's falling quite rapidly here, but I think a couple autos, yeah, they'll be able to get this. Lucio coming in. We do see the Sundering from the Thrall. Good route as well to follow up. Arrow from Hanzo. It's a 1-2 punch and a double kill that does reset Diablo's souls. You'll see him back already, but he's got 25 Black Soul Stones out of 100. Good combo right there. Really nice wombo coming out from the side of Big Push Power. And with that, they actually might have quite a big push power through this bottom lane. There we go. Hogger having a rough time. I think Kira is a very undervalued solo laner, and I think Dragonshire is one of the few maps where she works extremely well because of the way that the solo lane on Dragonshire works out with it being so heavily 1v1. Yes, you get rotations from the allies or the enemies from time to time, maybe like a Genji, but I think Kira, when it comes to a 1v1 against a lot of solo laners, I think she does a fantastic job with the level of aggression. But the other thing too is you really got to make sure you're landing your abilities. If you miss the Carnage, that could spell your demise, and it actually might be the perfect example. Hitting the Carnage is a great way to just, you know, keep your healing coming in as well. But yeah, it was like, oh yeah, there you go. There's, you know, Carnage heals for 50% of the damage dealt to the enemy heroes. So missing the Carnage is like, you do not want to miss those Carnages. So she's very, very skill shot dependent. but I think also she can be huge. Great arrow from Hanzo, follow-up Sundering from the Thrall. Muradin coming in with the Skullcracker mini-stuns and the Storm Bolts. It's going to be a double kill. Genji falling a little bit earlier to the Haymaker. This is a quadra kill in totality as Genji just now respawns, and this will be Dragon Knight available in 20 seconds, but a wave is available in bottom, and Muradin, he's fine tanking some of these tower shots. They want this keep. Will they go core? Muradin's positioning is leading me to believe that, yes, they want to. But I do think Kira is an extremely strong solo laner for specifically a map like Dragonshire. And also, I mean, it depends who she's up against, too. Like, a D.Va might be more difficult, a Urel might be more difficult with that physical armor or the boost. But into the Hogger, it seems doable. Dahaka might be a bit of a struggle. Rexar and Misha, actually, I think she's considered a good, like, a potential counter to that. Galaxy Quest over here is looking to back away as the Rhaegar did go down. We have the Tassadar about to respawn in 0 seconds. We have 58% left on the core. Kira going for the top lane channel. Hogger with a bounce. Flyest Raven going to get hit with the Shockwave. I think Mr. T.O. did as well, or T.T.O. Mr. Toto. Big Sundering from the Thrall, Haymaker from the Muradin. Kira's currently just AFK doing map things while the rest of the team is looking to end the game. God, this is feeling like my Storm League games from time to time. Not my Storm League games, my Quick Match games. Because Storm League I play with my friends, and they know how to end by throwing the game with me. By following me into battle and losing. No, that was a very good game, number one. Over to the side, a big push power, a very dominant 21 to 5 game. Gotta get those camps, indeed. Alright, will Tassadar finish his level 1? No, he did not. It is an incomplete quest. Thank you very much, Be Crazy. I was expecting them to back out, but nah, they get 4 kills. Yeah. Wow, way to be a team player. No, just kidding. Alright. Cool stuff. I was expecting them to back but. The bot confused you. Welcome to the stream. Alrighty. Ooh, God. I did not get enough sleep last night, man. I'm gonna crash so hard today. I can feel it. After stream, I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner, but I'm gonna watch something and then just crash hard. I know it. I know it very well. Okay, let's see. What do we have? What do we have? Okay, so we're gonna do, Vala's gonna be going into the Creed of the Hunter at level 1. So we're gonna do a Vala prediction. So let's go ahead and get into the game. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Heroic Division matchup of Big Push Power versus Team Epic Arcane Lizard. On the left-hand side, we have a Joanna, Zeratul, the Lost Vikings, Vala, and an Ariel. Over on the side of Team Epic Arcane Lizard, we have a Sylvanas, Blaze, Thrall, Tyrael, and Rhaegar. I have made a Twitch prediction that is this. How many stacks will Vala have by the end of the game? She's going into Creed of the Hunter. So will she have 0 to 100, 101 to 200, or 201 to 300? Get your gambles in on the range of auto attack stacks Vala will have into enemy heroes by the end of the game. There you go. Let's see how confident your betting is now, chat. I saw you guys. I saw you all 55,000, 80,000 in that last bet. Okay, all right. I see. Let's see your confidence now. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Small fight to break out. Big jet propulsion from Blaze. Good Ariel Detainment Strike into the wall. We have the Joanna trying to back away. She does have the Divine Fortress level 1, which is going to be that physical armor. And that is also going to be Tyrael going down. Does he get any cooldown reduction on his death timer? No, it does not look like that is the case. Vala with 17 stacks already. Let's see what your gambles look like after this. My bandits are on the line. What's up, C2D2? How you doing, bud? Hope you're doing well. Top lane rotation. We do have the Sylvanas pushing up the wave. A little multi-shot out. Vault forward from Vala. The rest of the team was already on an aggressive trajectory, so they were able to easily kind of close that gap. 21 stacks for the Valas. We have a camp on the right-hand side. Invaded. Oh my god. Big push power is big invade energy right now, but it makes sense. They've got Vikings. Like, realistically, this is how you want to play this from big push power. You have the Vikings in each lane. You let the rest of your team rotate, harass, and scale up your Vala throughout the game. I mean, 35 stacks already, a minute 40 in. That's not too bad. You've also got Vikings who are going to be soaking 3 lanes, which means they'll also be building out the bribery stacks very, very quickly, though it also depends on their positioning, if I'm not mistaken. There's a good Kira play yesterday. Oh, nice. Hey, Crush, how you doing today? It's good to see you, friend. Vala with her first stack of Creed of the Hunter. 50-some stacks. 2 minutes in. I mean, she's just standing behind the gate, autoing like it's her business. And, I mean, quite literally, it is her business to just sit there and auto attack. I don't even think Vala was clearing the wave. I think she was just autoing the enemy. That's honestly, if I was Final Stand, I'd be like, look, you guys got this. You got a Baylog with splash autos. It's fine. Just go ahead and we'll let Vala just kind of get all over stacks right there. Fly's Raven with a really, really good sneak onto this camp. We'll go for true invisibility here. Standing still for, I believe, 5 full seconds gives true invisibility, meaning he is completely unseen. Actually, I was going to say if the Blaze rotates by, we could showcase it, but since Fly's Raven's moving, he does have a shimmer again. Camp potential invade on the left-hand side doesn't come through, as it was already finished out. First seed is available in the bottom left of the map. Some pings into top lane, though, as we have Chaotic and friends looking to push up. Brett Michaels coming up here as well. Zeratul just doing Zeratul things across the map while the rest of the team brawls in top. Blaze in bottom lane. Final Stand very low. Vaults backwards. Gets a good heal from Sexy Exy. Galaxy Quest trying to just back away with Fade and friends. I believe the Viking, yes it was. Eric got the channel. Baylog does go down to the Nexus forces. Zeratul is soaking up that mid lane for him. Wait, what? Subdue is done? It's 3. I completely did. I didn't even see when Subdue got finished. It must have been when we were looking at Zeratul or something like that. Holy crap! That is a. I think that's the fastest Subdue I've ever seen done.
You had best be ready to gather another.
Holy hell! Yeah, chat caught it quicker than I did. Like instantly. Holy hell! Nice, nice work from Sovereign right there. Fade steps in. Tower shots are going back out as Sexy Exy has a whole bar of healing, and we'll throw that out. We do have the increased clarity, I believe. Increasing clarity. You've also got repeated defense, and I wonder if we'll see, is it like Well of Hope? I think it is, where you have like the full, every time you get like a full charge of hope, you get extra, you get like you build out the pool even further. That talent is super good. Big clap onto the enemy. Thrall not able to land his Frostwolf, but he does have the Feral Resilience instead. Not going for those Frostwolf pack stacks at level 4. More poke out from the Thrall. Didn't go any Crash Lightning, but still has the Rolling Thunder level 1. $49, but never enough. I mean, Mac, you're not wrong. Second objective will be channeled by the Vikings. Fade gets out with like 300 and something HP. We still have Eric so swift, so brave in bottom lane. So swift, so brave. Alrighty. 129 stacks in the Vala, as this has been top lane priority. What's kind of funny to me is there's been so much top lane priority from the side of Big Push Power, and this is like, I would say, the second time I've really seen them heavily siege into the lane. It feels like they've spent 5 minutes just pushing this lane, and this is the first time they're actually getting valuable push. But either way, they still have Viking value across the map. 1 second, sorry. We're gonna snooze that really quickly. Make sure no one gets an ad in the middle of the game. Sovereign will go down. Final Stand trying to back away. Nice Detainment Strike into the wall. 3 out of 6 stacks. Oh, poor little Viking goes down. Sylvanas pops the Black Arrows. The 10 Talontier is also here for the side of Big Push Power. Crystal Aegis, Might of the Nerazim. We've got a Rain of Vengeance. Joanna did die, so she lost 1 stack, I believe. That's her first stack of Divine Fortress to drop. Yeah, that's her first stack. Little bribe from Eric. I'm actually going to look really quickly. What is the Viking bribery stacks at? They've got, I think that's 1. Yeah, it's 1 stack right now because it's every 30. Every 40, excuse me. Vikings will attempt to pull away these sappers, but that is going to be Olaf going down. We do have, is there Mercenary? No, they don't have Mercenary Lord. The model size of the Siege Giants didn't change. Eric will, he's going to attempt to try and get the delay, but he just doesn't get over there quick enough, and this will be Sexy Exy and Final Stand finishing out the camp before Galaxy Quest can make the rotation up into this. We also had Sovereign slowing this down with the help of Flyest Raven. Really good play from the members of Big Push Power. Team Epic Arcane Lizard, though, I do want to point out they've got the Bloodlust, Sanctification, the Bunker from the Blaze, also a Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Now, Thrall is holding. I assume it will be Sundering, but we could see the Earthquake, because the Earth and Shield level 20 upgrade is good, and then Earthquake also procs your Frostwolf Resilience, but no, it's going to be Sundering from the Thrall. Sovereign's the target. Divine Fortress might lose another stack, and yes, it will to the Sylvanas, as actually it was the Thrall, and Sylvanas does get the Viking kill. Still a Viking in bottom, pushing up this wave. We also have the camp just now being cleared out. We will see Ariel go down to the Tyrael. She will also finish out her increasing clarity stacks. 161 stacks for the Vala right now, and this is looking like a seed given away in favor for the side of Team Epic Arcane Lizard, but Mr. Tito, MR Tito, either way. Eric will be continuing to push and proxy the bottom lane, which allows this wave to continually push up into the gate. So good play coming out from the Eric, and I honestly don't know why Blaze was over here, but he's dead. Condemn gets a pull onto a couple. And that'll be the fort to fall. All right. Siege Giant still in the top lane. Ariel's got that rewards. He also have the kind of the bonus whip style. I always like that. That's a really cool, when you finish out this questing talent, you get like a different animation ending to the, what is it again? The Sacred Sweep. Bloodlust from the Rhaegar will be popped. Brett Michaels trying to back away, but the autos of Vala will continue to pressure and get the damage. Sanctification coming out just in time to save one of the players, and that's going to be Chaotic so very low. That's a Crystal Aegis, which is going to... Actually, it was Zeratul who gets the kill onto the Sylvanas. We will see Delta going down. They're all clearing out the bottom lane. This is looking like a fantastic Garden Terror to the side of Big Push Power. I think it's match ready Tito. Oh, really? I think someone did tell me in chat once, and I honestly just don't remember. Good streamer. Alrighty. So we have our Garden Terrors coming through bottom, mid, and top. Ball at 192 stacks currently. Match Ready was one of the few amateur teams that did the name change like that. Ah, okay. Sundering from the Thrall right into Sovereign. Brett Michaels jumps out, but there's an Iron Skin. Huge Rain of Vengeance onto 3 members. As Delta jumps in the back line. Flyest Raven gets the deletion onto the Sylvanas as Raven's trying to back away with the Might of the Nerzim. And also all of those dip diving and dodges. Really good play from Flyest Raven on the Zeratul as we're at 211 stacks on the Vala. The mid lane keep is looking real low. Flyest Raven wants the kill onto Galaxy Quest. Did he get the Singularity Spike? I don't think he did. Mid lane keep goes down.
They strike the red team's core.
Is short for Thelma the Owl. Wait, really? Today I learned. The overgrowth plant will be cleared out. We have the Viking coming in. Do we have the large and in charge? We do. Yeah, I was like, man, that Olaf coming in, that's a little scary right there. And I was like, it must have been because of the stun. Haunting way forward from the Sylvanas as we have the mid lane camp still pushing in right now. Jet Propulsion from Blaze doesn't connect. We have the bunker down from him. Big damage, and that will be Thrall to fall. 9-4 in kills. 2 stacks on that Divine Fortress of the Joanna. Bottom lane keep very low. Look at the Viking, the Eric just above. This is the bottom lane keep to fall, and this is, are they advancing towards core, really? Large in charge gets the Sun of Sylvanas, she gets the Haunting Wave activation, Sovereign very low, gets the Condemn onto the Tyrael, who does step forward. Flyest Raven very healthy here, looking for the big damage. Sanctification comes out from Tyrael, Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas as well. Fade so very low, Flyest Raven just needed one big cleave onto the enemy, but he just didn't, I don't think he had the cooldown for it. It looked a little awkward there. Fade getting healed up by some allies. The lanes being pushed in through mid and bottom. We've got an 11-minute core attempt here. It looks like Galaxy Quest to 50%, drops the Sundering onto the enemy. Eric goes down. Do we have a play again from the Vikings? Yes, we do. All 3 Vikings are back in the mix. Flyest Raven able to back away. Large and in charge coming through. The Vikings spin as well. And god dang, is this the longest core attempt? This is such a long core attempt, but that is Joanna to fall once again. Another Divine Fortress stack to be lost. Vala with the quadra kill. Thrall to back away. There's the stun again. Vala looking for the penta. Can she find it? Well, that will be Eric to go down. Vala still just autoing onto Galaxy Quest. 270 something stacks. Flyest Raven. He's not going to be able to step in any further underneath that keep. Actually, he does, and that's the pentakill right there. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like this is going to be our series over the side of big push power.
Team kill!
We call him TTO, though? Okay. GG, well played. Alrighty, how many